Hi, I'm Greta.
And I'm Claudia, and welcome to Nerds and Critters and Readers, where we
Readers.
are talking about Rust in the Root by Justina Ireland.
This book was so good. It's very much a historical fantasy, I would call it. There's a lot of speculative elements, but if you're new to fantasy and you're more of a historical fiction reader, this would be like a really good entry point for you for more like heavy genre elements.
Yeah, it's a kind of an alternate universe kind of
Yeah.
thing. And yeah, I
I
I
know,
mean,
I'm
go ahead
thinking
and
about
I
like
know.
how to summarize this book because there's a lot going on. But basically, it takes place in an alternate 1930s United States. They've just come out of, I mean, you think about it like the Dust Bowl kind of situation. There's two types of magic in this world: dynamism, which seems more naturalistic and holistic, versus mechanism, mechomancy,
Mechamancy.
mechamancy, and that's more based off of technology. And in the early 1930s, there was this like cataclysm basically that wiped out magic for huge parts of the country, and those are called blights. And so, in the wake of this, there's been a huge shift. So, are moving away from dynamism and more towards mechomancy, and that's kind of the entry point into this world. The main character, Laura, is trying to make it in the big city of New York.
Yeah. She's from small town Pennsylvania.
Small town Pennsylvania. She's a young black queer woman, which only makes things more difficult for her in the early 30s. And in order to practice any kind of magic, she needs a license. And of course, that's nearly freaking impossible for someone as
Yep.
marginalized as she is. So she ends up working for the Bureau of the Arcane for a very mysterious character called the Skylark. And together they are sent to the Ohio Deep Blight. It's one of these magical dead zones in the center of the country to investigate what the hell is going on there and why do teams of dynamist
Mages.
mages keep going missing there.
Oof. Yep.
Yeah. So like I said, there's a lot going on with this book. But it was so good.
It was so good. I love the magic system.
It was so unique. It's not a magic system that I had ever encountered before, but I loved it.
Yeah, it was great. Laura wants to be a baker.
Yeah.
She wants to, and they call it raveling in this book. And basically, you can take seeds or, tiny little things and create them into bigger things.
Yeah.
And she wants to be able to create fabulous, pastries and cakes and, gravity defying things that, will appeal to, the top tier of society, which in this world, in this setting, couldn't care less about someone like her.
Yeah.
So,
I loved that she had that kind of a dream. It just seemed
yeah.
like so often in like fiction and fantasy books, you have main characters that have such grandiose dreams.
Right,
Like,
I want to save the world. I'm the
save
chosen
the
one.
world.
It's like
I'm
she just
gonna
wants to bake. She
be a
wants to be in
king.
Bake
She's
Off.
like, no, I just really want to make some pretty stuff for people to eat. I love that.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed her character. She had such like a dry sense of humor that really made it was a good juxtaposition to some of the darker elements of the book because there were some dark elements in the book. And there's also
Just
a
thought,
really interesting element because the book takes place primarily from Laura's point of view, but there are also chapters from the Skylark's point of view in third person, which I like that when they switch that up because it creates a little bit of a narrative distance between the audience and the Skylark, which is good because for a good portion of the book you're not really sure what side the Skylark is on because there's also these like historical photographs and
I love
pieces
that.
of a report that the Skylark is writing in about what happens later in the book.
Yeah.
And as you read, you figure out like, oh, wait, that's not what happened. Like, why is she saying that? What's going on? It was really good. It kept me guessing for a long time trying to figure out what exactly the Skylark.
Yeah.
I know this author, Justina Ireland, excuse me, I can't speak apparently, also wrote Dread Nation, which was a huge success a couple of years ago. So I think I'm definitely going to pick that up
Yep.
and read that. I think it's a duology. I'm pretty sure there were two of them. So I really enjoyed that, even though they are facing all kinds of monsters and like zombie creatures and necromancers and everything that comes along with that. But at the end of the story, like the real monsters are the people, which is sad but very true, and it just made everything feel more real and the stakes feel even higher. It's one thing to be going up against some crazy monster. It's another
Right.
thing to be going up against the Klan. And what's really more scary?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just such a great book. Can't recommend it more.
Yeah, absolutely. Pick it up.
Yes,
and
read it
let
today.
us
It's a
know.
great fall book. It has all kinds of fall vibes.
Yeah,
So
it really
definitely
does.
pick it up. And let us know in the comments what you think we should read next. We really love hearing from you. And as always, like and subscribe to our channel. Really helps.
Till next time.
Bye.